Hello everyone and welcome back to my Flosstube. I am Mrs. Smith Stitches here on YouTube and as well as on Instagram if you want to go and give me a follow there. My name is Alana and this is Flosstube number 7, I think it's 7. Happy Canada Day to everybody, to all my Canadians, my fellow Canadians. I'm wearing my shirt. And happy Independence Day to all of my American friends that are celebrating Monday. Tuesday's the 4th? I'm not sure, sorry. Anyway, welcome back. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me again to hear all about my crazy obsession with cross stitch. And if you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. And I'm glad that you're here. Thanks very much, guys. Okay, so it has been 2 weeks since my last video. It has been a wild 2 weeks for me, very unexpectedly. All kinds of like issues. I had 2 kids with some health issues. Everybody is healthy now. Everything is fine. Just a really crazy, just a really unexpectedly crazy couple of weeks. My husband left on his trip, of course, and then I think everything sort of goes south after that. When you don't have that like extra person to like help with stuff, all of a sudden everything went kaplooey. Everything is good now. Still managed to get a decent amount of stitching in, but it was just a little bit crazy. So I'm very tired. I'm very happy for a long weekend. I'm very sorry if you can see reflection. I can see it in my glasses. It's super gloomy here today, like dark. And I can see the light reflecting my glasses, which is kind of bothering me. I wonder if I switch over here. I need to spin. I have no choice. I have to have lights on. You won't be able to see anything. And hopefully through my glasses, you cannot see the reflection of what my kitchen looks like, because it looks like it's scary. It looks scary. I have to work this afternoon, so I got up really early and I ran out to, I have a dog here, I can feel it. I ran out really early to the grocery store because tomorrow is Canada Day. You'll see this on Saturday morning, which is July 1st, but I'm filming it on Friday morning because it just takes me too long to get it uploaded. My internet just isn't fantastic here. So I got up and I'm like, I'm gonna go out really early, get all my groceries, and I literally got it, dumped it on, like put the fridge and freezer stuff away and dumped everything. Everything else is like my island looks, it's scary. Everything is dumped on my island and I was like, I have to film and hopefully edit before I go to work this afternoon and hopefully manage to clean up my kitchen. I really need to like deadhead my flowers and stuff. Like my hanging baskets are looking real sketchy. So I'm hoping to do that today too. So I have a lot to fit in a really small amount of time. But anyway, welcome. So yeah, that things were just a little crazy this last couple of weeks. And hopefully calmer the next couple of weeks. Looks like it should be fine. My husband is due home next weekend around the 7th. I used to have a calendar here, so now that I film down here, I always look over there like that's going to give me information. Like when I'm looking at dates, I like look off to here and there's no calendar there anymore. It's not there anymore. So yeah, I think they're due back. They were traveling Newfoundland. They're going down east. So they have been to Newfoundland. They did about a week there. And then they are heading to PEI. I think they get to PEI this evening. This evening? Yes, before Canada Day. So today is the Friday. So yeah. So they'll get to PEI this evening. They're there for 4 or 5 days in Nova Scotia for a couple of days. And then they're home, as far as I know. They're having a great time. They're having an awesome time. They survived their 16-hour ferry ride. My husband didn't realize, I guess he never really thought about it, that there's no Wi-Fi. And my husband isn't like a reader or anything. So like, I mean, it's an overnight ferry, so you sleep, but still 16 hours. So he was a little bit like, oh, I don't know what to do. So he was, I think, he might've been a little bit bored on the 16-hour ferry ride. I just would have stitched, so it would have been great. He could have brought me for sure. Alrighty, I don't think I have any other life updates. I don't think I have anything else going on. I probably do, and I'm very sorry if this seems a little disorganized. I have like notes that I really quickly scribbled down this morning because I was like, I really would like to stick to my filming schedule, but this week was just a bit crazy and I didn't really plan this video out. Like I didn't like everything is just on my table in piles, and I'm hoping that I remember to show everything and that it's in some kind of an order. We're just going with it. We're going with it today. We're just going with it. I have a bit of stitching. I have 3 finishes. I'm so impressed with myself. I have a couple of whips, not many. I kind of concentrated on finishing. New WIPCO numbers were called, so I have some new WIPCO plans for July. Cross Stitch Camp July, and quite a bit of haul. I ran into the States one day last week. I can't even remember what day anymore. And picked up a package that I had sent from 123 Stitch. Ran into Hobby Lobby, but they don't have, like, I know they were clearancing their stitching out, but now they seem to have almost nothing. Like even fabric, like they used to have a wall, like a section with all different, just like nothing fancy, but they don't even have that. So I was kind of surprised and a little disappointed in the lack of Hobby Lobby fabric, because I like their like 25 and 27 count. It's kind of nice to have for little projects. Anyway, I do have some haul. And I did another trip to Tyme, so I have chats about that. That was fun. I have a little bit of haul from them too. So let's just sort of jump in. Let's jump into the stitching because I'm all scattered today. So let's jump in. Okay, finish number 1. I don't know which way I should go. I feel like I should shimmy over this way. Finish number 1 is for Cross Stitch Camp, June. You'll probably see this if you follow me on Instagram, because I'm going to have to post this today because today is the last day of June. So Cross Stitch Camp is hosted by Sherry at the Colorado Cross Stitcher. And she gives you a challenge for June, July, and August, and you have to start and complete that project within the month. So this month's challenge for June was stitch something with a bird, and I stitched October 31st, Carriage Garden Samplings. Yes, not Carriage House, Carriage Garden Samplings. Cottage Garden Samplings. Oh my goodness. See, I wrote nothing down. This is what I've done wrong. And I got to finish. I love it. Like, this is stitched with all the called for. So it's on 40 count ancient with all of the called for floss. I know right away now, I forgot to bring the like picture of it. But yeah, really cute. My first one I've ever stitched of theirs. They have a whole set. I've picked up a couple of other ones now, but a quick stitch. It was a nice Cross Stitch Camp stitch because it wasn't outrageously a lot of stitching. I find it's hard to keep up sometimes with Cross Stitch Camp if it's too big, because I have too many other things I'm trying to stitch at the same time. So I'll bring it in a little closer, and I think it turned out great. I have to measure it and see if I can find, I think I'm going to try to frame this one myself. That'll be interesting. I've never done that. I love the pumpkin. I love the pattern in the pumpkin. It's so subtle and it's so pretty. So I like that. So here it is, my Cross Stitch Camp finish. So I'm going to measure it out and see if I can find a little frame for it and see if I can try framing myself. Now, when I went to the States, I did go into Joann's and I got some stuff to make project bags, and I got some foam core, like that foam core board that everybody says they use to finish. I've watched a few tutorials now. Stitching with the Housewives has one. Vonna Pfeiffer has one. Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch has one too. And then I followed Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch's project bag tutorial. I haven't tried it yet, but I picked up the stuff. So I got the vinyl, I got the fusible interface, fusible fleece, and I picked up some fabric. I have some fabric like from back in my days where I thought I was going to continue quilting and I never did. So I just have to get at it. It's in my crazy closet of craft supplies that I can't access right now. So anyway, I was a little bit successful when I went down south, all the way down to New York State, yeah, super south. So sounds like I went to like Florida or something. So anyway, yes. So I picked up that stuff. So I'm hoping, I still don't own a sewing machine. So I'm thinking of just picking up like an inexpensive little machine from like Costco or something and just puttering around with that and seeing what I can make. over the summer. I don't think it'll be for my next video because we have a lot of stuff going on in July. So I think it'll probably be closer to like August when I finally try to get that stuff organized. Okay, I finished number 2 is Thankful from Shane and Christine Designs. So I've had this for a while. Like I've been working on this probably since 2021. It never made my whip go board as a whip. And so I've been trying to pull some of my smaller whips that aren't on my whip go board and just work on them a little bit as well to try to get my whip count down. Like I finished Strawberry Fields. Like I'm just trying to sort of like get some of the ones that won't take me months and months to finish and trying to get my whip count because I have a lot of new starts planned and it's a little silly. So I'm trying to get my whip count into a more reasonable number for me. And here is my finish. It is so cute. I am so happy I have this done. It is a super, super sweet stitch. I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna finish it, to be honest, but I think it turned out absolutely adorable. And I'm very glad that I took the time and just sort of, you know, worked on it. And I just worked on it a little bit every day kind of thing. Like that bottom piece, the Thankful, all of that gingham was stitch heavy for sure. But I love it. I think it's so cute and it's ready for fall. So this fall I'll have it somewhere. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I'm going to frame it. I don't know if I'm going to flat finish it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's finished. The stitching is done. And I'm very excited about that. I feel like I need to take like a day or a weekend and just like, this is everything I have to finish. This is how I want to finish it and just do that. And instead of stitch, if I have extra time, just finish. Because I find if I have time to sit and craft, I want to be stitching. So I basically finish things and I just sort of throw them in a drawer, which is silly because I would like to have them out in the house and about. Oh, I never found any of my old previous finishes to show you. Oh dear. Okay, sorry. That will have to be next video. See, this is what happens. When I'm disorganized, this is what happens. And so, sorry about that. I do try to have something to show that's, you know, was done in my early years of stitching. This has so many strings on it, so sorry about that too. My last finish for the month of June is Shane and Christine Designs, Signs of Christmas. So the last one we did was this one over here. Fresh cut, was it fresh cut tree? Yep, fresh cut Christmas trees. So this is a series of 9 blocks. They get released at the first of every month. You can purchase them on her website. You can purchase the ones that have previously been released on her website. And it's so cute. I really, really like it. It's been kind of fun to stitch like Christmas in the summer, which is the whole concept of Jolly July, I know. But it has been fun. I'm happy with myself that I've been keeping up with this. They are pretty quick stitches. I am stitching this on 25 count Vintage Country Mocha 1/1. So it's been, yeah, they're fun. I'm happy to have this done. Again, not sure how I'm going to finish it, but I've been really enjoying stitching on it. And I finished 3 things in 1 month. I'm just like, that's unheard of for me. Completely unheard of for me. All right, so let's get into some of the whips that I worked on. So like I was talking about with the Shane and Christine Designs Thankful, I've been trying to pull some of my smaller whips. Like last week I had finished that Rooster and the Hens by Little House Needleworks. I was gonna forget what it was called. Because it just had just a little bit left on it. So I'm just trying to do that as I kind of try to organize myself and get my whips. Just try to work on some of the ones that I haven't really touched in a while. I'm not one that really likes to have a really high whip count. I think my first Flosstube, which I did back in April, I had 20 whips, which just feels like a lot. Like I feel like 10 would be a nicer number for me because then I don't really mind starting new things. Like, do you know what I mean? I just feel like 20 almost feels like I'm never going to finish some of them. And I really would like to. Like I'd really like to finish them. All of them. No, I have none of them that I don't want to finish. So anyway, I'm trying to sort of like work through the ones that seem like I'd actually get to a finish by the end of this year, as opposed to some of my giant ones that I'm not. I know I'm not going to finish. Okay, so the next one that I chose out of my whip pile was Autumn Avenue by Little Stitch Girl. Happy Little Stitch Girl? Little Stitch Girl, sorry. This is super cute. I've had this for a while, like probably since 2021, like probably around the same time. And it's called Hey There Pumpkin. No, it's called Autumn Avenue. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's very cute. And here's my progress on that. And here we are. So we're just heading over to the greenhouse. It's fun. It's a quick stitch. I'm stitching this on like 20, I know it's 28 count. I don't know what it's called. I didn't keep anything. So I know it's 28 count. Some kind of Lugana, I don't know, honestly. Using some fancy floss and some DMC. I did the houses in the fancy floss so we could get the variegation, and the tree, like oh, sorry, I've got a bit of a shadow there. I can see it. Sorry about that. The lighting on these days is not fantastic. So yeah, so I'm working on that. Hoping to get that greenhouse finished this month at some point. I'm hoping well, all I have left then is the green, like it is the house, and then that one tree, and that's basically it, and the words, and carry this over a little bit more. So I'm hoping to finish this in July. We'll see. WhipGo called 13 this month, so that means you have like 3. So I have an extra WhipGo. The way I set up my board, some people have it as a free spot, some people have it as a new start. I set it up as as a project, so another challenge to meet. So I have 3 WhipGo pieces this month, and cross stitch camp. So we'll see if I get a chance to get some decent work on Autumn Avenue. I hope I will, so we'll see. Okay, what else do I have to, okay, so now we're on my WhipGo for June. It was numbers 4 and 16. They were the same for me because I put my projects on multiple times on my board. And so it was Quaker Christmas 2 by Bygone Stitches. Now this was a mess. So the first, for my WhipGo board, it is usually 5 days on whatever it is. So for this, it was 5 days on Quaker Christmas 2, both twice. So it should have been 10 days. And I did so good the first 5 days. I did great, no problem. The second 5 days, I had to rip almost everything and restitch it. So I did a lot of frogging this month. The same with October 31st, that bird. So when I showed you that bird in my last video, it was like all outlined, almost done. It was all wrong. I had to rip out the entire thing and restitch it. Not the pumpkin. Pumpkin was fine. But the crow I had to rip out the whole thing. It was and then I got that finished, and then I moved on to Quaker Christmas and realized that I had done one section of it all wrong and had to rip it all out. So basically all I managed to accomplish in 5 days of stitching on Quaker Christmas was this part over here, just this. That's awful. So it's so pretty. I really like it. But my last 5 days, I did all of this and down in here, and I did over here. And this one, we got Star of Wonder. That's all we got. That's all we got. It was all done wrong. I don't know why I struggled so hard with that one. I could not get that motif to line up. Now, in the pattern, when the pages change, there's not that shaded area. In a lot of patterns where it's you go to the new page and it's got the 3, usually it's 3, from the previous page shaded, so you know what I mean? So that's where you start. This one doesn't have that. So I am trying to line up without cutting my pattern. I don't like to do that. And I don't have a photocopier, so I didn't make photocopies. If I have to photocopy, I have to go to Staples and do it there. Anyway, I did it wrong, over and over and over again. It was awful. The amount of times I ripped this out and restitched it was yeah, like I was angry. Like I was like, this is going into timeout. If I don't see this again for a while, I'll be totally fine. For some reason, I really, really struggled with that one motif. But I like it. I would love to have gotten a lot more on this, because I feel like it's so pretty and it would be really nice to be ready for Christmas, but it won't. This is not going to be ready for Christmas. I know it won't, because it's big. Like it is, like it's not, like it's big. And I'm just here and I have all, it's not going to be done. So I'm stitching this on 40 count white Zweigart I picked my own colors. I don't know what it's called for, but I'm stitching it with Classic Colorwork Grasshopper and Ribbon Red. So there. I just picked really traditional Christmas colors. I'm not even sure what the called for is for this, to be honest. But I wanted a very sort of red, green, and white, like very Christmas, traditionally Christmas. So very happy with it, very frustrated with it all at the same time. So that was that. My week was very like frog heavy, which was very disappointing, because I feel like it wastes time to restitch something I've already stitched and I have other things I want to do. It really cuts into your stitching time and you're ripping everything out that you just stitched and have to restitch everything. But we're back, we're fixed. So the next time I pick it up, ideally I can just like stitch and I'll get a lot farther. We'll see. Okay, the last whip that I worked on is very exciting. So it is the Smith Sampler by the Scarlet House. You guys saw this last week. I got some super great advice on how to change it, what to do. Some people sent me the ones that they had finished in the DMC or sent me somewhere else, because I was struggling with the colors, looking nothing, not even that they didn't look like the picture. They didn't look like the picture, but I just didn't love them. I was stitching it with the DMC. So I had an appointment I feel like it was last Tuesday, where am I gonna put this, in the city. And so it happened to be like I passed by Tyme, which is a store in Ottawa that is like a knitting yarn store with a little cross stitch section off it. And so I went in and I brought my stuff and I went up to the girl at the counter and I said, can I go back there? Because Tyme has started carrying Gentle Arts floss. And that's the only fancy floss that they have. They have a full line of DMC, but they're just sort of edging, I think, into a little bit more specialty cross stitch items. Well, she looked at me and she's like, you're Mrs. Smith Stitches. I was like, oh my gosh, you're Gwen from, oh, now I'm going to get it wrong. X Curling Stones and X Stitches, or X Stitches and Curling Stones. Anyway, I followed her on Instagram for forever, and I knew she worked there from the last time I went to Tyme. So she helped me. Oh, this was so much fun. We had so much fun. She helped me color convert. That's the word I'm looking for. New colors, so that with the Gentle Arts. So they only have Gentle Arts there. So, and it was like we were, it's not walls and walls of floss that we could pick from. I'm very, very happy though. She laid it out, helped me pick new colors. I didn't change everything. I didn't change all of the colors. So some of it I'm still using the DMC, but I did change a few, including the color, the green for the border. I didn't love the border green. It was a little too brown for me. It was like kind of an olivey green, but I didn't love it. So what I will do, if anybody wants to know the colors I'm using, down in the description box below, I'll put Gwen's Instagram. She doesn't have a Flosstube, but I'll put Gwen's Instagram, so you can go follow her. She's great. And I will put the colors that I did convert. So the Smith Sampler has I don't think I have it with me either. It has at the back, because it's meant to be stitched in silk. The model is stitched in silk. So it has the silk, but then it has a DMC conversion. So what I'll do is I'll let you know the DMC, what I converted it to for the Gentle Arts. So I'll show you, some of them are a little messy. Some of them haven't been used, as you can see, because they're all still pretty. I'll show you the Gentle Arts that we picked out for the Smith Sampler. I don't know where my rest of my DMC are, so sorry, again, disorganized. And so here is the colors that we picked here's the fabric. I am stitching this on 40 count Heartland by Picture This Plus. And so here's the colors that we chose. And I will put what I'm using for which one. Like if it called for DMC, whatever, and I chose like, what is this one? Summer Shower, I'll put that down there. That's not a really great way to see that, is there? I don't know if the lighting is even, a little dull looking. I'm super, super happy with it. Oh dear, sorry, I got stuff everywhere. I'm dropping all my things. Can't drop the expensive floss, can't afford to do that. And so here I did restart it. So I restarted the Smith sampler, and I'm incredibly pleased with how it's turning out. It's very wrinkly, I'm sorry about that. It is wrinkle, wrinkle, wrinkle. Okay, so here is my start on the Smith sampler. So I changed, I feel like this lighting is not really doing that green justice. I'm sorry about that. I changed the green in the border, like this green here, but I did not change the colors that are in here or here. Like just the green was changed. The rest of them are DMC. I did get a different brown. So because it's used quite a bit more in the pattern, so I could have a little bit of variation in it. Yeah, this lighting is not fantastic. Hang on, I'm gonna switch sides and see if you're gonna, I don't think that's much better. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm super, super happy with it. So this is how far I've gotten. It'll be a long stitch for me because it's just a big piece. But I'm really happy that I went, and it was super, super nice to do it in person, like to see the floss in person. What I was gonna wait till I could get to Hobby House, which probably won't happen for me for quite a while. And so I was actually gonna wait and not restart it. And then I knew that Tyme had started carrying Gentle Arts because I follow them on Instagram. And so I just thought, you know what? I'm just gonna try and see what happens. And I'm so, so happy I did. I feel like the white isn't showing up very good on camera, but in person it shows up very, very well. So there's my latest start on the Smith sampler. I'm really happy with how that's turning out. So happy that I was able to go and just see it in person. And I was talking to her and I'm like, it would be really nice if you could now get all of the fancy floss. And she said she's working on it. I don't know if it'll happen anytime soon, but she's definitely working on it. So if you are in Ottawa, in the general area, it's 100% worth the stop. It really, really is. They have some great patterns. I didn't buy any patterns this time. I feel like I have a lot of new starts planned, and a lot of things like that. I really try not to collect too many patterns. I've ordered the At Home, the new Brenda Gervais that was released. I think it was like a retreat exclusive, and then it was just released. I pre-ordered it from Annabella's, I'm not sure, out of the States. So I have no idea when I'll get it. I don't even know when they're releasing it, but I did pre-order it. It's beautiful. If I can find a picture, I will pop it in here of that. So I have that I know I'm going to want to start. I have like 3 September starts. Like I've got a new start this month plus cross. Yeah. So like, I feel like I'm trying really hard not to have too many. I'm trying. I don't know if I'm succeeding, but I'm trying. Okay, so that is it for whips and finishes. I'm gonna go on to new starts for cross stitch camp. So cross stitch camp July starts tomorrow. And it was the challenge for July was to stitch something that grows, anything that grows, people, flowers, birds, plants, it doesn't matter. So I chose to do, what is this one called? Welcome Autumn by Primrose Cottage Stitches. It's so cute. I've had this one for a while. Like I've had this probably for a good year. And it has pumpkins and flowers. It's got all kinds of things that grow. And I just thought it would be fun. I really like, as you can tell, I'm really drawn to fall stitching, like really drawn. It is my thing. Fall stitching is my thing. So I'm very excited about this. It's nice, it's little, it's not gonna be like a really challenging, like to finish it in the month with all my other stuff that I have going on this month. So I'm stitching with all the DMC. It's called for DMC, and I'm stitching it on just a piece of, this is 28 count. I have everything in bags. You know me. No floss drops for me. There's my lovely DMC. I'm so professional with all my stuff here. And I'm just stitching this on. It's like 28 count. I got it from Hobby Lobby. Like ivory. Like it's, I don't even know what it's called. It's not in its original package anymore. It's a little wrinkly. I haven't done anything with it yet. So that's it. And I think my plan is to turn it into a pillow. We shall see. I've never done that before. So my plan is to finish it and turn it into a pillow. Maybe if I have a sewing machine by then, by the end of the month, I can have it fully finished. That would be actually never done before. Like that would be something that's never been accomplished before. I've never, unless I took it to a framer, I've never in my life fully finished anything that ever. I've just framed. I've never done anything else with any of my stitching. So it would be nice if I could get into that a little bit. Okay, so that's plans for cross stitch camp. I'm going to start that tomorrow, and hopefully, I'm sure I'll have it finished by July 31st. And then my WIPGO numbers, now I'm going to forget the numbers. If I remember, I'll put them down here. So WIPGO is hosted by Jessie Marie Does Stuff. She is on Flosstube and Instagram. It's kind of like a bingo board for cross stitch. You do it at the, I did mine at the beginning of the year. It was released in, January 2023. And you put your whips on there. That's how I use it. You can use it any way you want. I put my whips on there, and I usually put some more than once. So this month, because 13 was called, it's the middle number. It's either a free space or you do whatever you want with it. I mean, really, you can do whatever you want with any of the board. It's yours to do as you want it to look like, right? There's no real rules to WIPGO. So for my 13, I put on I didn't bring it down. See, this is what happens when I rush. I didn't bring it down. I'm sorry about that. You guys have seen it before. If you've seen my previous video, if you have seen my previous videos, you have seen this before. This is my oldest whip that I own. It's my Bucilla ornament kit. I'm planning on making 8 of the ornaments. And so when it gets called for my WIPGO, it's already been called twice. I didn't realize I put it on that many times. Called again. It's to finish 1 ornament. So I already have 1 partially started. I've usually been doing like 1.5 as I've been going along. This one was already done, the far one over here. So I'm going to work on that this week, or over the next 2 weeks, and hopefully get at least this finished. I don't know if I'll get started on another one, but I'd like to get at least that one finished. And this is on 14 count Ada, 3 strands of floss. So it's thick, a lot thicker than I'm used to stitching on. And it's a kit. So I'm using just the called for kit. Everything. The floss that came in the kit. Everything. Just kits. And it's on my bars. So I'm hoping to get those done. I'm kind of glad it was called again. I'm hoping I can just because I only have 3 done and I need 8, so that's not great. And it's already July, and I was really hoping to get those done because I have some other stuff to make for gifts for Christmas, so we'll see. And the other one that got called is one of my absolute favorites. I don't know if I can get this all in. Here we go. And this is the Modern Folk Embroidery Fruits of Plenty Sal. This was 2021 Sal from Jacob at Modern Folk Embroidery. So this is the bottom here. So I'm almost I love this. This is the most beautiful thing. His designs are spectacular. Actually, when I ran into Gwen, she's going to Jacob Palooza at whichever tote is hosting in October. And she's like, are you going to go? And I was like, no, sadly I cannot. So yeah, this is, beautiful. So I get 5 days on this month. I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited. I love it. Love it. So 5 days on my Fruits of Plenty that I had planned to finish in 2021, and it's 2023. One day. That is going to my mom. That is for my mom. She knows about it. She doesn't watch YouTube anyway, but so that was meant as a gift for my mom. It was actually meant for that Christmas of 2021, and that didn't happen. like at all. But it will be finished. Okay, and the third one that was called was Let Love Rain, Teresa Kogut. I haven't worked on this since I started it last summer, and I haven't worked, it's a little bit glary, sorry. And I haven't worked on this since then, since I started it. Let me see if I can find the actual, oh, that one's so cute. This book is, I love this book. It has all kinds of smalls in it that I'd love to stitch them all. I probably won't, but I would love to. Let me see if I can find, here we go. Without showing you. Okay. So here it is, Let Love Rain. Can you see this? It's beautiful. It is beautiful. As soon as I saw it, it was one of those, I ordered it like instantaneously. Like as soon as I saw it, I ordered it. I absolutely love it. I actually have another Teresa Kogut in my cart. And I was like, I won't order that until I finish this one, but I probably will order it. It's the, I don't remember what it's called now. I am trying to be good and not order too many patterns, but I'm being a little unsuccessful at that. So this is that. Let Love Rain, and this is my progress. So if you guys saw my whip parade, my progress is exactly the same. This was a restart. So I had started this, I had bought 2 different fabrics. One was a 36 and one was a 40. And one was for Fall on the Farm and one was for this one. And they were pretty similar color-wise. I think this is 40 count flax. Did I write that? I really need to write down what I stitch on. I really, really do. I think this is 40 count flax that I'm stitching this on, but I don't actually know for sure. It might be on my Instagram. I should go check that. Okay, I'm not gonna do that right now. Anyway, I accidentally started it on the 36 and I got to a certain point and I was like, this doesn't look like it's gonna fit. It didn't fit. So that was sad. So, and I got far, like I probably got farther than, except I didn't, this one I took all the way over really quickly on and I had gotten farther down on the other one. And it was a lot of work and it wasn't gonna fit. So this is a complete restart of it. I did take it all the way over to the side just to make sure it was gonna fit, and it's gonna fit. So this is where I'm at with Let Love Rain. It's beautiful. It's gonna be big, like it's a good size. Haven't done any more on it than what it was in my whip parade. I'll show you that little border. It's so cute. I just love it. I love it. I just can't wait to get some more done on this. So I was really happy that this was picked because it's just wonderful. So I have 5 days on that this month. So we'll see how far I get. I don't know if I'll stitch a lot more than what is my 3 whip go pieces and then my cross stitch camp piece, only because we have a really busy July. We have my grandson's first birthday. I can't believe he's 1. That's wild to me, wild. It just goes so fast. I know everybody says that, but it's true. I can't believe he's 1. So we have his first birthday and we have my daughter-in-law's baby shower. So our granddaughter, who is due in the fall. So that's exciting, but they're happening like 1 week after the other. So July, and then my son's birthday is in there as well. So July will be hairy for me, like just hosting party wise. So it'll definitely cut into my stitching time. So I don't have a ton of grand plans on top of just getting my whip go and my cross stitch camp piece complete. I think that's, if I can get some work. And then there's the Shannon Christine, the new one will come out tomorrow as well. It would be nice to get that one done too. August looks a little lighter for me in terms of entertainment parties. We're going on vacation. My husband and I are going on vacation. So I might get a little bit behind on the Shannon Christine Signs of Christmas to finish the whip go stuff. We'll see. I don't know. Who knows, right? Who knows what the month holds, but those are my plans now. I'm not going to add anything to those plans as of yet. That's a lie right away. Now see, I have no notes and I'm already not being truthful. I have a new start for July 25th. So for Jolly July, we're starting July 25th. It is This Joyous Season by Plum Street Samplers. Here, let me take it out of the thing. I am stitching this with Cara Lee from Stitching is Elementary. Here we go. So I'm starting this. This is just going to be an ongoing stitch. This is going to be an ongoing Sal. The hashtag is Stitch This Joyous Season. I've had quite a few people message me to say that they're going to join in, which is fantastic. I'm super happy about that. I did get in my haul, I have some fabric. I'm going to try to pick. So the called for fabric is up in the attic. And Hollis Hands Creates has it. A few people messaged me to say, hey, they have up in the attic, because I checked with 123 Stitch and I checked with Hobby House, and they didn't. They were sold out of 36 count. And when I went to Hollis Hands Creates Etsy, she does have it. It looked so dark, like way, way, way darker than that picture. So I didn't order it, and I ordered a couple off of 123 Stitch just to see. And then I was watching Katie, the novel stitcher, and she's going to join in on the Sal. And she had placed an order with Hollis Hands Creates. And she showed her up in the attic because she ordered the called for. It doesn't look that dark. So now I'm happy with the stuff that I ordered, and that's fine. But that, I just hate that because it looked so dark in the picture. And I was like, I don't think that's what I want. This looks like a very neutral color to me on that. Anyway. You can't always believe the pictures, but then I order something and it looks like something and it comes totally different. Long story short, I need an LNS that is local to me. That's really what happened. So here's, again, my baggie full of floss. I did, I think all of the called for actually, because some of it is DMC and Weeks Dye Works or DMC, and that's what I ordered. I just got what the called for was. So I am going to omit the flag. That's here, I think. But yeah, so that's what I've got. And that kind of brings me into haul now, I think. So I'll go over the fabric that I picked up and what I think that I'm going to use for this joyous season, and a few other things that it's mostly fabric, honestly. I pretty much got, and I got a couple patterns. So my 123 Stitch order, the only pattern I picked up was Midnight Watch. I love this. So I first saw this on Olivia Pumpkin Hollow Quilts was stitching this, and I loved it. And then Lauren, the New Hampshire stitcher, was just finished. She just finished it. Olivia has hers finished too, but she had just pulled hers out of her whip basket and decided to start working on it. And I messaged her and I'm like, that is sitting in my cart right now. And I was like, I'm just gonna have to order it. I just love this. I am going to, I think, use the called for floss for this. I haven't ordered anything yet. I really like the variegation in the moon, so I'm going to try specifically to find that for sure. I think that looks really neat. I love this one. So this is by Blackbird Designs. Sorry, I don't think I said that. And I have been, like, I think since I first saw Olivia do it probably 2 years ago, I was like, I need that. And I finally have it. I did pick up some fabric for it too. Where's my, sorry, let me get out my fabric. So this is what I'm going to stitch it on. So I don't know what the called for is. Let me see. What's the called for? 30 count 18th century brown by R&R. So I picked up, what is this? This is Weeks Dye Works 36 count beige. So here, I'll do it like this is better. Get the color of it better. So it looks pretty similar to what the picture looks like, so I think it should be fine. It's just a nice neutral. Now let's see. It is Gentle Arts, Classic Colorwork. It's all fancy floss. So what I will do, oh, Crescent Colors. That's Classic Colorworks, isn't it? No, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. How old is this pattern? 2009, yeah, that is exactly what it is. So what I'll probably do is go through and pick out the colors that I really want variegated, and the rest I'll just do a DMC equivalent. That's how I usually do it. It does have the DMC equivalent attached to it, so that makes life so much easier. You don't have to search it. You don't have to, But yeah, that's usually what I do to try to save a little bit of money when it comes to buying all the fancy flosses. They're almost about $4 a skein Canadian by the time you buy them and pay the exchange, or even if you buy them locally, like they're $3.99 plus tax. So yeah, that can add up a lot. So I'll try to pick and choose the ones that I really think the variegation will be noticeable, and the little tiny, if it's not going to be noticeable, I'll do the DMC. Okay, so the next, so I picked up 2 neutral fabrics. I don't have a big fabric stash. That's my thing. I just don't. I don't like to have fabric if I don't have a purpose for it. So unless I picked up those little things at Hobby Lobby just to do small projects on, I generally don't keep a stash of fabric at all. I buy for a project specifically. So I did buy 2 for this joyous season. They're both very neutral, so I know that I will use them. Like, I know I'll use them on some other project. So this is, what's this one? This is 40 count mallow. Annie, the proper stitcher, is stitching, oh, sorry, big string. She is stitching, what is that one called? The one I want to do. Oh, the floral motif sampler on mallow. And I really liked it. This is nice. Like, this is just a simple, like, nice neutral. That's it. That's all I wanted. That's all I needed. I think I haven't like floss dropped. I'll do that to make sure like the colors will pop on this. I think this is the one I'm going to choose, but I did pick another one. Let me see this one. I think this is flax. I really like flax. I've used it for quite a few projects. Let me make sure that's what it is. Yeah, this is 40 count flax. Is this 40 count mallow? Okay, so 40 count mallow. It is called for 36 count, but I prefer 40. I did get 36 for Midnight Watch. That one was just a really good price. So it's like, yeah, I can do that. And so this is flax, which like we'll put them together. They're pretty similar. Honestly, they're incredibly similar. But like just nice, easy, like you can stitch anything on that. Like, to be honest, you could stitch anything. So those are the 2 that I'm choosing for this joyous season, and whatever one I don't will end up using it for any other sampler. I have sampler September starting. I need fabric for the Ellen Reed. I'm going to do the Evertote sampler September. So Ellen Reed of Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour. That's her YouTube. She did a beautiful sampler for that. So one of those would work. That would work for one of those too. I've decided against getting the whole kit because it was just too expensive. I have to limit myself a little bit. Like, it gets a lot to collect. Well, you guys know that. It just gets a lot to collect in such crazy amounts. So yeah, so those are the 2 neutrals that I bought, knowing that I will absolutely use them. One will be used for this joyous season, and one will probably be used for sampler September. I do have a piece that I got from Knowledge and Needles that would also work for sampler September. So I now have a couple, like just a couple of neutral fabrics, because I really don't like, I wish I did sort of have a big stash of fabrics, but I'm always afraid, what if I get something and I don't use it, and then I'll feel like it was wasteful. And then I don't like that. Okay, so that's for my new start. So I'll have 2 new starts in July, Cross Stitch Camp and this joyous season. Join along if you want. It would be great. I will put the hashtag down here at some point during this video. It's Stitch This Joyous Season with Carol Lee at Stitching is Elementary. So yeah, stitch along with us. I'm very excited to stitch that. So my last, no, it's not my last piece of fabric. The next piece of fabric that I got is, which one is this one? Now I have to read. So this is Milk and Honey by Fiber on a Whim. And I picked this up. This is very pretty. Oh. So I picked this up specifically for the fall version of, I'm going to take it out of the package because it's just, I should have done that before my video started with all my floss in there. So this is the sampler of the season with Thy Needle and Thread. This is the autumn one. So I have started the summer one, and oh, sorry, my glasses. And you would have seen that I haven't stitched on it in a bit, so it wasn't in the last video. It was probably in all my other videos. I love it. I I love it. I love the fall. I love everything fall. My plan is to start this August the 1st. So I am stitching this with Caitlin, A Stitch for Mom. I'll link her down below. I'll link anybody. If I mention them, I'll link them down below. So yeah, so that is what I wanted to do for that. It's 40 count. I stitched Summer on 40 count. This is Milk and Honey, Cream and Sugar, a fiber on a whim. I liked the Milk and Honey because it's a little bit more fall-y colored. So I think I'll probably do Winter on Cream and Sugar. Maybe. I'll have to see what the colors are. So I have some of the fall colors here. Some of them are the same as the summer one, so I'll probably just steal them because now I don't know that I'll work on that. I might work on that sometime in July, the summer one. I just don't know if I'm gonna have the time to work on that. I love it though. I love it. I really hope to get a lot more done, but wasn't meant to be. So fall, I'm gonna start in August. And I forget, what was the hashtag for that one? Is it just hashtag sampler of the season maybe? There's 4 of them all together. I have all 4, I bought all 4. As soon as I saw Caitlin, it was another one of those, like as soon as I saw her stitch them, I'm like, uh-oh, I ran. And you can only buy them with Thy Needle and Thread through that store in the States, and they don't ship to Canada. So, and it was closed. It's closed now. The store is closed again now. It will reopen. I think they were moving. So I couldn't order it for the long, I had to wait for the store to open. Then I had to order it to the States so I could go pick it up. It was a huge process to get those patterns, but I was like, it's worth it. I love them. And they're older. I think they're 09 too. Midnight Watch was 09. I think these are, I don't know what they are now. They're older though, 2012 maybe? But I was super, super excited to get that. So now I have that. I don't have it fully kitted. There's still probably a few specialty flosses that I'll order for that. But I have a lot of them, they use the same. So if I don't get it in time, I'll just steal from Summer and start it. Like the greens and all and stuff are the same for both. And I haven't looked into kitting up winter or spring yet. But fall will get started. Okay, and the next new start, the next piece of fabric I got was, here we go. This is 40 count straw. This is also Weeks Dye Works. And I bought this specifically for Sarah Smith. So Sarah Smith, I got from, this is charted by, I always get the number wrong, let me see, 1898 Schoolhouse Samplers, Leanne. So if you were at Stitch North, Leanne was there. She's local to me, very, very local to me, which was very exciting. She has all kinds of samplers, like so many reproductions. And I picked this out because that is my daughter-in-law's name, is Sarah Smith. And when I saw it on her list, I was like, oh, I have to do that. I have to do that. So this is stitched, this is the called for, straw is the called for. Now it is charted all fancy floss. I did pick out 2 that one I couldn't find a DMC conversion for, and one is the main border color. So the main border color for this is Blue Spruce. It is what, Weeks? And then I also got, Garrison Green. I bought this, I don't know why. So this is going on, because this isn't in this pattern. And I don't know if it's for fall with Thy Needle. I don't know. I don't have any idea why I have Garrison Green, but it got on my 1, 2, 3 stitch order. So we're just gonna put that aside, because I don't know what it's for. So Dirt Road, Weeks, and this Blue Spruce, which is beautiful. So it is the main color around the border. And it's very, I don't know if you can see, the rainy day doesn't really work for my lighting. I'm not sure you get a real accurate representation of the variegation in that. It's so pretty though. Like when it arrived, I was incredibly excited that that's the main border color. Like that's the whole thing all the way around. And then there's some flowers tucked in there. So I will probably, I don't know, I have to open it all up and I'm not gonna do that right now. So I will probably pick and choose the colors again, like I do for the fancy floss versus the a DMC equivalent. This one was not charted with a DMC equivalent, so I had to like make it myself. Like I had to, you go on, like, they have like, I I forget where I got the conversion chart. There are conversion charts if you just Google it, and I was able to, but 2 of them I couldn't, and one of them was the main color. So I thought, you know, that'd be a good one to get the fancy floss for. And as I go along, I might pick up a couple of the other ones. It depends on how much it's used. Like that's how I like to gauge whether it's worth the cost of an expensive floss. If there's no variegation, or it's so small you won't see the variegation, I don't normally do it. I normally just choose the DMC. But for some reason, Dirt Road didn't have a DMC equivalent, so I picked it up. And neither did the Blue Spruce. So, but I'm very, very happy with the Blue Spruce. The Dirt Road looks really, really close. I'm not sure. Like it looks like it won't really show up on the called for, so I may end up changing that. I don't love that look when it kind of all blends together. I like it to be very defined, like colors. So I will sometimes change my colors that way. I do really like the straw though. I think it's a really pretty color. Like it's a really, but I might darken the colors that are chosen to make sure that they pop off of the fabric. So, okay. Let me see. We take a can. I feel like I don't normally have that much haul, but I do actually have some more. I actually have more haul. So if you watch Nicole Spohr on Flosstube, she was having a, she had a coupon code for Cherry Hill Stitchery. So she is actually doing a sal. It's the Sleigh Ride, I want to say. I don't know what's called, Sleigh Ride Sal, and it is a Cherry Hill Stitchery pattern. So they're gonna do that for Jolly July. I don't know when it starts. It could start July 1st. I'm not doing the stitch along, but she did offer a coupon code. It was 20% off any pattern on Cherry Hill Stitchery. They're all PDFs. And so I like her. So I was like, I'm just going to go over and see what there is. I didn't really want anything Christmas. I should have probably gotten a few Christmas things because all I seem to have gotten is fall things. And as you will see here, that's also all I got was fall stuff. So I feel like I should maybe look into a few more Christmas stitches, and she does have some really cute ones. Anyway, I didn't get any Christmas. I got one, and then I got 4 patterns total, and the 4 patterns, I think Canadian, came to like $25, like very reasonably priced, and it was all 20% off. So she had a coupon code. I don't know if it's still active. You'd have to go onto her Flosstube, or I think she has a Facebook page as well. So sorry about that. I don't know if that code is still active, but this is what I got. So the first one I got, I just printed, so it's not fantastic because I just kind of printed it off. The first one I got is called Happy, and I just thought that was really cute for summer. I no idea if I'll actually stitch that. I don't think I'm going to start this anytime soon, but it's so cute. And I really like the little variegated floss, so I might actually look in to see what color that is and pick up that for the Happy. These are charted, I think mostly in different, like the fancy flosses. But I just thought that was cute. I thought that would look cute, like just sitting somewhere, a little finish, not very stitch heavy, very inexpensive. So I thought that was super cute. And now this is one that I have wanted to get for literally forever and have for whatever reason put it off. And this is, what's it called? An Autumn Wish. So I don't know if this is the best, I don't think it's necessarily the best quality of a print out, but I have loved this one for quite a while. Like this has been on my favorites in Etsy for quite a while. So I will probably start this one this year at some point, in the fall sometime. But I thought that was really sweet, really cute. Again, not gigantic. I'm trying to find some that are a little bit more reasonably sized so I could actually finish them, like actually get some finishes done. And then I bought Autumn Acres because it's so cute. Look at it. I got this thing for crows now, and I've never had that before. But ever since I found that October 31st pattern, I have a thing for crows all of a sudden. It's very strange. It's new, but I thought that was super cute. And then I got a couple of crows. I don't know. I don't know why I have a crow thing all of a sudden. I have never had that before. But yeah. So I got that too. Again, a nice quick little stitch. Some of them I might even save for cross stitch camp next year. I don't think I'll get them all started. I'm definitely going to start the, what's this one? The Autumn Wish. I'm going to start that one for sure. The other ones I might just save and keep. So yeah, that was fun. It was nice. Super inexpensive for the patterns, which is great. I mean, they're inexpensive regularly for the patterns. Cherry Hill Stitchery. PDFs are a lot of the times obviously less expensive than buying the pattern, like buying the paper pattern. So yeah, so I think that is all of my haul. I'm looking around my table of disaster here, and I think that is all of my haul. So now that I've, what do I have here? Oh, okay, I had a question. I have a question for you guys out there. I was watching a Flosstube and I cannot remember who it was. I thought it was Jessica, the Sweetwater Stitcher, but I went through all of her videos, couldn't find this. Somebody showed a project bag that like sort of was, it zipped all together, but when you unzipped it, there was three individual vinyl fronted project bags in the inside of it, and then it all zipped together like a portfolio almost, but it opened all the way. And I don't think they were removable, but you could fit 3 projects in one bag. I swear I saw that. I swear I saved it on Etsy. I went to go buy one. Literally, I went on Etsy and I was like, why can't I couldn't find it. I tried to search it on Etsy. I don't know if I had it saved and then they sold it. I don't know. If you know anybody that stitches something or that makes something like that, like I am planning on making some project bags, but my sewing skills are very, very beginner. I know that I'm not going to make a I'm just not. I'm going to try to make some vinyl front bags. I bought the stuff to make them. I'll make a few. But I loved the idea for like going to retreats and stuff of having one bag that could hold like 3 projects in it. If you know what I'm talking about and you have seen that somewhere, please send me a link or a video to watch or something, because I know I saw it and I can't, and I'm pretty sure I saved the video. No, I can't find it. I swear. Because usually if I see something, I will stop the video, go to Etsy and like it or favorite it or do something with it. And then I can decide later when I want to buy it. But it was one project bag with 3 in the middle. So if anybody has any idea what I'm talking about, please send it my way if you have any idea what I'm talking about, because it was such a great idea. It's only one bag and it's all together. Anyway, that was my question for you guys, because I just can't find it. I can't find it anywhere. And there's a new hashtag, and there's a new stitch along hashtag. I don't know where I saw it. I don't remember whose video it was. It might have been Jessica again. Sorry, Jessica. And it is it's hashtag Sunday with Thy Needle. So I'm going to put that down there if I remember. And it is stitching with thy needle and threads on Sundays. With thy needle and thread patterns on Sundays. There we go. And I loved that idea. Now I tried to, and I fail miserably, try to do the Sabbath stitch, which is Alicia Fanciful Flamingo and not Crosshatch Quilts, Java Girl Stitches. They host a Facebook page, and I think I've only done it once, and I joined the Facebook page like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago, to try to stitch something for your Sabbath stitch, so for your Sunday stitch. Because I have like this to start, I really liked that hashtag, the Sunday with Thy Needle. I thought that was great. So I'm hoping to sort of join in on that. Again, we'll see. I don't know. I write these scribbled notes and I have no idea what they mean afterwards. I really need to concentrate more on this Flosstube thing. Okay. I think that is everything that I have to talk about, except the giveaway, last week's giveaway. So I did do a giveaway last week. It was for the Rooster and the Hens by It's Little House Needleworks. So cute. And the winner of the giveaway, I'll still hold this up, is, I'm gonna have a hard time pronouncing it. It is Lori Solkalski. So it's Laurei, Lori, Sokalski. LSKI7390. I'm going to put that at the bottom. If you are Lori, you have won. Please email me at mrssmithstitchesflosstube@gmail.com. I will have that linked below, and send me your address, and I will get that in the mail to you as soon as I possibly can. I don't have a giveaway for this week. I just realized that. Sorry. I am a mess this week. I am a mess. I will try to get something organized for everything for next week. I'll see what I can do. I'll try to do something for next week. I never even thought, honestly. I know you don't have to have a giveaway every week, but it's kind of nice. This is kind of nice. So Lori, send me a message, and I will get that out to you. And I think that's it. I think that's it for me today. I went over my haul and my plans and my stitching and all my crazy life that's happening. It's been crazy. Absolutely crazy. It looks like it's going to storm so bad out there, and I'm looking at my time and I'm like, I don't think I'm going to have time to play with my plants before I have to get ready for work, or clean up my poor kitchen. But I want to thank you all. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening to me ramble for an hour and 5 minutes. That's what my clock says. I really appreciate it. It's been so fun. Thanks for everything. Thanks for the messages and the likes and the shares and people that have shouted me out on their channels. That's really, really sweet. If I have mentioned somebody, I will link them down below. I do apologize. My last video somehow ended up the unedited. I mean, I don't really edit. I really just pop in pictures and stuff. Like, I don't actually edit. Like, what I say is what I say. But for some reason, the video that didn't have the edits with like people's names or pictures or whatever is the one that got posted. And I don't know why. I don't know how I did it. I have no idea how I did that. Filming techie stuff isn't really my forte. So I am sorry about that. It was a little, and I didn't realize it until so late because I didn't watch it back. I didn't realize it until so late. I was like, uh-oh. And then it felt like it was too late to change it. So anyway, I will try to make this actually like properly edited. And thank you. Thank you for hanging around for such a long video. And I will see everybody in 2 weeks. That puts us to, I guess, July 14th. You guys have a great couple of weeks. Happy Canada Day. Happy Independence Day. Happy if you're celebrating anything else. I hope you have a great couple of weeks, and I will see you soon. Bye.